I agree with the following argument that gangs are taking over prisons due to much of evidence provided in this article. This second hand source has usage of claims of cause and effect. Some examples of ways that prisoners are taken over is that they are able to live by their own protocol, sneak things in, allow the security guards to do extra work, and guards being lazy. It is good to keep your enemies close. This quote applies to the gang members, but not to the guards, because it is harder for them to have order, because most likely there will be confrontations they will not be able to control. Eventually, the same gang that was causing conflict outside the four walls will do the same inside the prison. The only difference is that they're going to be watched by security. Due to the security guards do not show much authority and fear towards what the criminals are capable of doing. As mentioned by the last conversation between our protagonist and the woman guard, it's quiet, I said, lowering my voice. Can they hear what we are saying? Every word, every single word, she said. This shows that the prison guards have and show fear towards their duty. An officer should not be afraid of usage of words, rather, they should be the main authority. This is a sign that not everything is in order and that guards do not have much authority. There are four main types of gangs, which are Nuestra Familia, Mexican Mafia, Aryan Brotherhood, and Black Guerrilla Family. There are two other gangs named the Northern Structure that fall under the Aryan Brotherhood and the Nazi lowriders that go under Nuestra Familia. Allowing any prisoner to live by his or her protocol is already a bad sign of showing dominance by security. These people are in prison, they should be showing fear and desperation or any other attribute that shows weakness in them. Rather, the officers are just watching. Now watch what they do, says Christopher Acosta. What they are watching is how each gang leader goes over to a certain location and claims it for the rest of the gang members. By allowing this to occur, the officers are giving power to the gang. Even the smallest amount of power matters. In prison, this is how it works. The one with the most control is the one with the most power. Instead of standing there, they should force which ones should be able to stay in one certain place without anyone claiming anything. There are 30 knives out there right now, Acosta says, hidden in their rectum. Most likely, Acosta is right, and what does he do to resolve the problem? Nothing. Acosta and the security should take stronger precautions. If Acosta knows where they are hiding certain weapons, they should establish a rule to try to resolve it. Just as they should never allow an infant to play with an electrical cord, you should never let prisoners have a weapon because you never know when something bad might occur. In the prisoner's case, they might start a rebellion against the officers. If they can sneak in one thing in here, I imagine that what else they can sneak in? Probably a gun, due to the poor precaution that is occurring. Then the inmates will try to find a way to communicate with the outside world. As mentioned in the article, they use soap to hide their cell phones. They should be short and stubby so gang leaders are getting as much as control as inside the prison as they were outside. When you stay at a certain place, you start to get comfortable, which leads you to do what you essentially want to. This can result to bad consequences because it becomes a problem for the guards to control all these gangs. Shabak points out that there being top dogs in the prison, they provide more government. This this statement is true, and because it allows the gang member to get more power over the situation. As stated, inmates have been known to whittle their bars of soap and tuck them away as a placeholder while their phones are in use. These are several issues with this statement. For one, an inmate somehow manages to sneak a phone into a prison. They ain't not talking. They ain't they not taking good precaution measures as their duty as officers. By doing this to occur, they are able to have contact with the outside world. Second, if the officer knows where they are hiding their phones, why not go over there and confiscate the item? They are allowing the security to do certain work that other prisons don't have to. They have established a card system in which each race is given a color. Green is for northern Hispanics, blue is for blacks, pink is for southern Hispanics, white is for white, yellow is for others. They do this in each prison block so they can see that they do not surround one person by a whole gang. In a way, this is more precaution. There should not be no gang prisons as stated in other states like Texas, that they have no such thing of this prison. And if the officers were not so lazy and let things slide by, an example is that they walk past the prison blocks and they see that they have possession of a stinger. They let it pass because they are not doing anything illegal with the item. They should not let this pass because doing something illegal is probably what got them in this prison. And now they're going to let them slide by because they are in prison. Just like the phone, this item should also be confiscated. Acosta and Hansen all share the same opinion of that the more gangs in prison you allow, the more they will get organized. What they share is being in a certain place for a long period allows people to get comfortable and therefore can lead to several actions, not caring about the environment they are in. Officers should always have one eye open for the inmates because if you let them get too much power, they will probably get more probably get hitting more targets and they will or even worse, they will try to get out and kill anyone that stands in their way, such as the officers or any higher authority. This all occurs because the power of inmates outweighs the power of prison guards.